Why is Russia occupying Crimea? It's been 7 years since Russia illegally annexed the peninsula. Ukraine has repeatedly called on the international community to put more pressure and sanctions on Moscow. And most recently, the Biden administration made clear where they stand.
In Washington, D.C., the White House released a statement reaffirming what it called the simple truth that Crimea is Ukraine.
Russian forces took control of Crimea back in 2014. A month later, Russia held a referendum which the international community condemned as illegal to formally annex the peninsula. It was the first time since the Second World War that one European nation seized territory from another. The move further isolated Russia.
Вношу в Федеральное собрание и прошу рассмотреть конституционный закон о принятии в состав России двух новых субъектов Федерации – Республики Крым и города Севастополь.
Here's why Crimea matters so much to Russia and why they won't likely reverse course. Despite Russia's vast size and coastline, it has very few warm water ports. In Crimea, the port of Sevastopol offers Russia a key naval base, one that it has relied on since the 18th century. It's where Russia projects its naval power into the Black Sea, Mediterranean, and beyond. In 2008, during its brief war with Georgia, warships from Sevastopol were used to blockade the country, and the base is also reportedly being used to supply the Assad regime in Syria.
But that's not the only reason it has brought the big guns here. A year and a half after the annexation, the Kremlin started operations in Syria.
Also at stake is Crimea's large hydrocarbon resources. Ukraine's then Energy Minister Stepan Kubiv said in 2019 that Ukraine has lost 80% of its oil and gas deposits in the Black Sea and a significant part of its infrastructure due to the annexation of Crimea. Large natural gas deposits in the Black Sea lie within Russia's claimed exclusive economic zone, and Russia has also started bypassing Ukraine entirely when exporting gas to Europe.
Russia says the old pipelines that brought its gas to Western Europe have reached their capacity limit. Nord Stream 2 adds 2 more lines, but it also makes Russia far less dependent on the pipelines that cross Ukrainian territory. And that makes Ukraine nervous. It needs gas.
For many Russian nationalists, Crimea was wrongly given to Ukraine by then Soviet leader Nikita Khrushchev. For Russia's leaders, Crimea is also about maintaining influence in former Soviet states.
When the Soviet Union dissolved in 1991, its western territory broke into independent states, including Ukraine. They formed a buffer between Russia and Western Europe. But in the 90s and 2000s, these countries started drifting westward, and many joined the EU. By invading Ukraine, Putin was able to destabilize and stop it from developing a stronger relationship with Western Europe.
There are also concerns that a Turkic ethnic group, the Crimean Tatars, who make up 12% of Crimea's population, are being persecuted.
Local Tatar men are arrested. They're accused of being members of an illegal Islamic group. "Brother, we are with you," one man shouts. Activists say it's the latest act of repression against Crimea's Tatar community.
7 years ago, Joe Biden was vice president when Russia seized Crimea. Now, as president, Biden says he will get tough on Moscow. For some, Russia's annexation of Crimea was an attempt to return the country to its Soviet glory days. But for many others, the move was a flagrant violation of international law.